So we're in the entryway
And I'll kind of pan around.
of the new building, and you can see that the walls have been studded out, which means 2x4s have been put on the walls, and that's a place for the wires and pipes to go in the wall, and then we'll put drywall over it. So this is really great. It gives us wall space to put things in the wall, but what it also really does is hold up the second floor. It reinforces joists of the second floor, making the whole building more stable and more safe. And that was really our first priority, even before we started with our two-phase program, was to stabilize the building, making it really safe. We're gonna have a bunch of kids in here. We really want it to be a safe, stable building. Another thing that they've done is basically framed out the windows. So you can see these windows are gonna be full-size windows. They're gonna be really big, custom windows that will approximate the window openings on the outside. So some of these will have to be readjusted. We're gonna have a transom put above this doorway, piece of transom glass. You can see there was a transom there before, and we wanna take it back as much as possible to how it was. If you're on the outside, there's 2 holes for sconces next to the door. So we'll have some lighting next to our door. This window over here, well, I should start with this. This is our lift. This is our frame of our lift. We really want everyone to be invited to the Creston Arts Center. So we're having a lift for anybody that has trouble with stairs. We'll hold a wheelchair and another person for each trip. We're really excited about this, and accessibility of everybody is a big, important goal for us.
I want to add something about the lift that I'm really excited about. So this lift is going to have fire-rated doors, and is also going to have full battery backup power. So the lift will operate under full capacity in the event of a power outage. So it'd be, yeah,
That's great.
Yeah.
We're really happy about this. So we'll have a welcome desk right here when people come in. Our Giving Tree mural over here will be on this wall when you come in. And so everyone that donates over $25 will be mentioned on the giving wall that have a leaf or a branch or a root. And right now we have a 1-to-1 match, 100% match for gifts above $25. It's for Giving Tuesday now, but for the rest of the season, we haven't, through Balloon Days, we have a matching $100,000 grant. So think about Creston Arts. We're going to have a closet space in here. You can see one of the windows that's been shortened back in that closet space. So we'll have to punch out the ceiling a little bit to make that a full-size window again. We want to make all of those as much as we can back to the windows that were here historically. I've heard a rumor that somebody found a picture, and it was an illustration for a calendar, I think it was, that showed metal awnings over the windows on the west side. So it'll be very interesting to see that. I've seen very few pictures of this building, historic pictures. So if you have those, we would love to see them. Anybody have pictures of the White Lake area or the Huff Bakery building? We would love to see historic pictures of that.
All right. Cool.
Straight up here.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. So these are the original stairs that we kept from the building. There used to be a roof covering this structure that we've removed, and it really lightened up this whole stairway. It allows light in there.
I'm gonna hand this to you, Brian, so I can get up there.
Yeah. one of the
This is the accessibility part.
Yes, one of the things we did was to do the entire subfloor. It was pretty shaky up here, the subfloor, and people kept coming up to check out progress and to see things, and we felt it was kind of dangerous. So we skipped ahead of our phase one and we did the floor of this floor because we thought it was really important. On this floor, you can see the studs for the walls again. We haven't started running pipes or electricity up here, but this does the same thing, and here you can really see it. It holds up the ceiling joists. You can see some of the ceiling joists have been married with new joists. All of it really to make this place more stable. So these side walls, the walls of the lift, and the walls, this is going to be an upstairs bathroom, nice ADA compliant bathroom. This helps hold up the ceiling joists, and it all just makes this whole building much more stable. Another thing we did that you can't see is put a whole new roof on the building. It was leaking at a point, and that's really what you need to do is to save a building is to seal the envelope. And so the first part of the envelope is the roof, and the second part is the fenestration, the doors and the windows. And so we've got the roof sealed, we've got the walls and the structure really beefed up. The next thing we need to do is electricity. You saw some of the wires being put in downstairs. After that, I think, is the windows. Really excited about the windows. When these windows are open, the natural light is going to pour into this space. And at night, the light's just going to pour out of the windows. It's going to be really gorgeous. So this big space is our performance space. And so we'll be able to have medium-sized meetings up here. We'll be able to have open mic night up here. Perhaps some drama performances. We really want to be the art council of all of the arts, and it's really easy to focus on paint on canvas, but we also want to include speech and drama and music and movement and dance and everything that we can. So this is going to be our performance space. With a nice bathroom. We're going to have a railing around the stairway that's open like this so that you can see all the way through to this area. This is going to be our conference area. So we'll have a big screen on the wall and a moving wall that can close off this area if you need, but it'll have a nice conference table in the middle, and people will be able to use this space for conferences, for meetings. Groups will be able to use it for meetings. People will be able to use it for supervised visits. There's all kinds of uses for a nice conference room that overlooks the main street that'll be filled with beautiful natural light.
Very cool.
So then back here is you could say the last room. There will be a ramp here to connect and get past this hump. There'll be a ramp here to get into this space. And then this space will be the Creston Arts office. Will be on this side. We'll have a small kitchenette in this corner over here. And then some storage for tables and chairs and things that we use for the performance space. Beautiful concrete and brick room. This is going to be a really neat room. We are going to leave what you can see, this wall and this wall. We'll leave these exposed brick. As long as we can. If it gets really cold in here next winter, we'll have to put some insulation we're gonna we've already gotten, like a R11 with our new, roof. And we'll be able to put insulation in there and make it really toasty. We're gonna spray insulation into this section, but we really wanna improve the insulation that will keep us all nice and warm and save us energy, in the winter times, and in the summertime.
Good.
Let's see, we've got a couple new I-beams. So that's a new I-beam that was
Yeah,
built
that
in.
one's new.
And some over here. It's hard to tell, but that's a concrete ceiling. And so it's held in by a mesh work, but that mesh work has rusted away and it's super heavy. And so you can see the big beams. We just wanted to reinforce it. Again, with our stability goal, we really wanted to make this a safe building. And so that was something John Kawa really wanted to do because of the heaviness of this ceiling. We want pieces of it to come from. Other than that, it's super beautiful. The brick is in really good condition. And the walls are incredibly straight. That's what makes this such a great project, is the shell of the building is really straight and true and very durable. I think the work that we're putting into this building will allow the community to use it for another 100 years. So it had a little quiet period where it wasn't being used. We're really trying to activate this whole space once again as a community center for all of the people, for all of our people. We really want to reach out to underserved groups and people that are having trouble finding a place. And this will be the place for you and for your group, and just a place that connects us all, a real community center. So think about community centers, think about Creston Arts on Giving Tuesday now. You can go to our website, CrestonArts.com, and we have a donation button there. All donations above $25 will be matched up to $100,000 between now and Balloon Days. Anything else I need to mention?
I think we've hit everything so far. I was marveling when I walked over here earlier. I had never seen a view of Uptown Creston from a second story until probably 3 or 4 weeks ago when I was in the upstairs of Leslie's Dance and Tumbling. And she's got a great view, and so this is the first time I had looked at the view from our upstairs, which I just think is wonderful.
Absolutely, there's a lot of underutilized second story space in Creston, and most people don't get to see that view. It's really a one-story town, and so we feel very lucky that we'll have this public space for everybody to come and enjoy the view.
Yeah, definitely. Well, let's show them the downstairs.
Okay, yeah, let's finish up with the downstairs.
Yeah, let's show them the downstairs. I'll let you go down. I'm going to let you take the camera too, Brian. So
Okay,
I don't want me to be the first injury coming.
I get it, right? Yeah, we're going for 0 injuries.
0 injuries. I will safely down.
As we come down, you can see this subway tile that was left here, and it makes this really interesting transition into this other space. This is a gorgeous door that used to be for a cold room, and
We are going to try to keep this door and put it out in the entryway room as our closet door. We just don't want to lose this beautiful piece. Hopefully these tiles will be scrubbed clean. Apparently it really does not take much to get them clean. We'd like to preserve this. So this space was a cold room. It's being made into 2 bathrooms. we're trying to change as little of the historic fabric as possible. So we're leaving as much as possible in place and just trying to build some walls. We're trying to demo as little as possible. In historic preservation, that's called reversibility. So everything, if they wanted, could go back to the way it was. This will become our computer lab. So it's kind of an in-between space between the entryway and our first classroom. And we envision having computers here so that kids come by after school, they can have a place to do their homework that's maybe a little bit out of the ruckus of the classroom, maybe a little bit separated, and we'll have technology that maybe they don't have computers at home. We'll have printers. We'll be able to help them with their homework. We're really excited about that ability to run an after-school drop-in program. So we raised this doorway a little. It used to be down here, and John and K-Well Construction raised this up a little. It's a great doorway now, and this will be our first classroom. It's just a great space. It's just a nice little space with windows and access to the second bathroom. This is, what we do. We take an empty space and we fill it with programming. What we've done for 10 years. So now it'll be our empty space, and we'll be able to just enjoy it for the next couple decades. We're going to have a new wall here that will have a new electric box and a computer server will be here. This will be mostly tables and rearrangeable tables so that we can use this space as flexibly as possible. There'll be storage along the back wall. You can see all the walls are furred out. All of the brick stabilized. This used to be a big hole in the floor. And so this was actually the first thing we did, was repair the floor and repair the piers underneath to really stabilize that and make this area safe. Once we had the basement that a lot of people didn't even know was there, we needed an access to the basement. So here's a stairway. We're going to put our HVAC system down there, and so this will be an access for them. And this will be our lab. We're going to have pottery wheels and hopefully some glass blowing equipment and anything a little more messy. This will be our art lab. So that's kind of our classroom space, and this is our art lab. And we've got these great old dungeony spaces that we'll be able to use for kiln over here.
All right.
We'll be able to use for a kiln over here. It's already quite fireproofed, and it's got a big giant hole in the wall for a vent. It's a pretty tiny space and creepy, but perfect for a kiln. And then over here, we're going to put walls. We're going to put drywall in here, and this will be a big giant closet. More hole that needs to be filled. But you can kind of get a little view of our basement down there. It's not like you want to hang out in there, but it'll be a great place for our air conditioning system.
Yeah.
And so this big door will have a glass doorway in it. I think it would just be emergency exit only, but it will be a functioning door, and it will let light in here as well. This will be a whole new full-size window. So next comes electric. That's going to be put in, and after electric is the windows. And so that'll be really exciting and make a big visual impact on the building and people coming by. And then we'll see from there.
We still need to do the plumbing. We still need to do the drywall, and then the bathroom fixtures and things like that. But the bottom is rolling along really nicely. The first floor is rolling along super nicely, and it's all building the infrastructure for the upstairs. So we'll have the electric roughed in for the upstairs. We'll have the plumbing roughed in for the upstairs. But then we'll come back to focusing on phase one, this downstairs area, and getting us in and having a place for programming. It's really tough right now with the social distancing, but we would really be using the place to come and think about how we can help the community, how we can get the art supplies to the kids, how we can make videos about art. We're really humbly honored, to have this building and to see the donations that are coming in this tough time. I can't believe when I get checks in the mail. It's really an honor, and I thank you all very much. Especially on Giving Tuesday now, but on every day I always thank you.
Yes. So Brian, so today's Giving Tuesday, so again, if people want to give financially, how can they do it? But also, if somebody wants to get involved in Creston Arts, because we need volunteers,
Yes.
we need people for, things like expansion of the board, or we need volunteers when we do get open. So what can we do?
We are growing up. Creston Arts is growing up, and we've been doing our thing for 10 years, and really now is the first time we've had more than $50,000 and really have to do taxes and be serious. And so we're looking for some people to join the Art Council. We're at a low point. We've only got 3 members, and so we're really looking for people that want to be involved. We need a treasurer. We're always open for board membership, but we're always also open for volunteers. So you can go to to CrestonArts.com, and there's a portal to give. There's, I believe, a way to contact us. Our email is artscreston@gmail.com, and you can contact us directly. You can always, if you wanted to send a donation by mail, send it to the depot, which is 116 West Adams, and make checks out to Creston Arts. Like I said, everyone who makes a donation above $25 will be included on the mural, and will be matched by this fantastic match that's been put forward by Jan and Carl Knock.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate everybody watching. There's going to be lots more. We try to keep the Facebook page updated. I've been putting things up, and if somebody's interested in doing any kind of volunteer work as well, sending an email to artscreston@gmail.com, and we can get you a volunteer application. And this is going to be great.
It is.
This is going to be great. Well, appreciate everybody that watched. And
Yeah, thank you very much.
Brian, any final?
We are here for you. If you need anything, we are here for you. We are here to help you get art supplies. We're here to help you pass the time. Please contact me if Creston Arts can do anything for you, arts related or not. We are happy to.
Yeah, and I think that's a good point too, is, with this expansion, with this building, we're realizing the power that art can have on other aspects of life, and how we can be involved. So thank you for everybody that I see we've got a couple people that just joined. So we'll post this so folks can rewatch it. And just thank you, everybody, for your support. and we will visit with everybody later.
Thank you. This will have a transit glass too, and Chris mentioned that, so this will be a nice pretty door that we may actually use this one. We'll see.